Yeah. It's just all these people just stupidly positioned just so they can get shot and go, oh, and fall down things.
Basically.
And then this ragdoll. At some point, somebody kills a ragdoll, which falls into a crusher. Doesn't even look remotely human. There's like fucking limbs flailing around.
The mob boss is like, hey, where's my ragdoll?
Yeah.
Did somebody shoot my ragdoll? I put that there for
life-size ragdoll with holes in convenient places.
I paid good money for that.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for this, you weird Scottish bastard. Hello, and welcome to Movies to Drink To. My name is Finn.
I'm Mister Smith.
We are both here. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about another 80s movie, another Schwarzenegger movie, another Dino De Laurentiis movie.
Yep.
It is Raw Deal. Before we go on, don't forget to like and subscribe to all this crap and rate and review. And if you're listening to this as opposed to watching on YouTube, go over to YouTube anyway and subscribe where there's even more stuff. We just talked about all the best and worst Star Wars films for fucking hours now. It's only 45 minutes. And like us there and share on your social medias if you don't mind. Cool, done.
That'd be nice. Just once somebody do that rather than just us.
Others have done it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, others have done it.
Huh. I've not seen that.
You definitely have.
Have I?
What's that guy's name? Recently?
A Little Slice of Hell Network.
There you go.
Yes. Well done to him.
Totally didn't forget you.
No, not at all. I apologise. Good work.
So, Raw Deal from 1986, directed by John Irvin.
Yeah.
Who didn't do much else. I mean, he did other stuff, but nothing really big.
No.
We would have known of. And like I said, produced by Dino De Laurentiis. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Catherine Harold, Sam Wanamaker, Paul Sheena, who was Alejandro in Scarface.
Yes.
Robert Davi, and Ed Lauter. The plot beeth.
The plot beeth. A former FBI agent turned small-town sheriff agrees to help the FBI chief infiltrate the Chicago Mafia when the FBI chief's son is killed by them.
I'll be honest with you, that sounds a bit complex for a 80s muscle-bound shoot-em-up.
It actually sounds like a much better film than it is. There's so many points of that would be really interesting. Like a former FBI agent turned small-town sheriff.
All right.
I mean, even that's a great sort of thing. I think Copland eventually did that better.
Yes, Copland's a brilliant film, by the way, if you've not seen that.
Fantastic film. And then the Chicago Mafia, FBI chief's son is killed by them. Yeah, it sounds like a fantastic film. Then there's this.
Then there is this. So, our story begins with some very serious-looking men walking around. They meet. They're just like they walk in unison for an airport. They clearly know each other.
It's such a weirdly edited.
Yeah, one of them looks like Harry Dean Stanton as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I assume what it's trying to show is these people have travelled far to do what they're going to do. But and it's like it cuts from it's like a train and then a speedboat, and then a car, and then a helicopter, to get to their destination.
It's like the Avengers assembling.
Yeah, they're walking through the airport and then two join them from either side, and stuff like that. But it's just it's a bit shit.
So and then they end up in the woods where the Harry Dean Stanton look like he kills a guy with his rifle, which is silenced.
Yeah.
And then basically there's this cabin in the woods, and all these guys that all look like car salesmen all burst in and murder everybody in there.
Yep. Literally shoot everyone. Well, there's two guys playing Trivial Pursuit just before they go in.
Yep.
And obviously, I see it goes like, how many times was John Wayne nominated for an Academy Award? And the other guy goes, probably not enough. I mean, that's not
I'm John Wayne at the first Thanksgiving Pilgrim. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not how you play Trivial Pursuit. No. As well.
Point to you. It doesn't work that way at all. No.
Don't get points for your opinion.
No. And then they get one guy in particular who's like a witness to some crime, and he's like, "Do you want to be a witness, eh? Witness this," and they shoot
him in the head.
Yep.
Yeah. There's also a weird bit where while all this is going on, there's like shooting everyone and everything else. There's two guys outside this like shack, and they open the door. One rolls a grenade in. Like he rolls it. I mean, you see, he rolls it in straight, and then he shuts the door behind him, and then this grenade blows the 2 windows out behind him.
Yeah.
The door's fine. That hidden in front of that he's just placed it in front of. That door's fine, but those windows are blown out.
Physics.
Physics.
So then, in the aftermath of this murder, this slaughter, we meet Harry, who is this old grizzled FBI agent.
Yeah.
And Harry is sad.
He's sad.
He is a sad
cry.
man. Yes, because people have died, and he's like, "Oh, whoever did this, they're dead. Whatever it takes.
Dead, I tell you.
Yeah, whatever it takes, they're dead." And then cut to some hillbilly getaway music.
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's That's our prologue done.
Yeah.
And then we cut to this weird, like, giddy up boy music.
It's such an odd choice because I was like, why are they playing chase music? And it took me that long to figure out that, it's a chase.
Yes. This is like over the opening credits. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger driving around like a fucking loon, chasing a cop on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's going on? Why is he chasing a cop?
Yeah.
For a while. But we don't know this at the start. And then
it chases him into like a wooden maze that's built for this chase.
Well, yeah, there's like they end up in the woods, and then Arnold just kind of gives up chasing him.
Yeah.
But it's okay because somehow he's gotten in front of him.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
He literally watches him ride off into the woods.
The sunset.
Yeah. And then he's like, aha. And then it cuts to he's somehow just, I don't know, turned 90 degrees and he's in front of him. Like the guy's just come back around. And he's also had enough time to set up a trap.
Yeah. He's got this knowing smirk on his face because he's like, you can't escape me because editing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's put some like gasoline down on the ground. And
in the shape of 2 Ds. No.
A crow. No, and he lights it on fire with a cigar and it basically explodes and the guy comes off his motorbike, which wouldn't happen. But okay. It turns out this cop is not a cop. He is a guy pretending to be a cop and getting bribes out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretending to be a traffic cop. So Schwarzenegger, who is the sheriff of this town, takes him into the station and he's like, book him. Here's what he's charged with, blah, 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 blah. He's pretending to be a cop, throw him in jail. That's it. If you need me, I'll be at home. Like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
You're just going home.
Yeah, I'm done for the day.
It's 11 a.m. Where are you going? It's just like, I've arrested one person, I'm going home.
Yeah. That's my quota for the day. Look, the deal is I do one a day.
Yeah, he just goes home and I'm like, sure thing, Sheriff.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you do my paperwork, by the way. Like,
yeah.
Sure thing, Sheriff. Yeah. So he goes home to his wife, who is drinking.
Oh, yeah, she's fucked.
I love this scene.
Yeah.
This scene is hilarious.
She's fucked and annoyed.
Yeah, his wife is hitting the booze hard at 11 a.m., we guess.
Yeah.
It turns out they've been in exile in this place for 5 years.
Yeah.
And
it's the 5th anniversary of them living in some fucking backwater
town,
shit.
yeah.
Hick
And
town,
she is bored. And Arnold comes home and he shames her for drinking. And then he goes to the fridge and gets a beer.
Yeah.
And starts drinking himself. You shouldn't drink. And he's just like, okay.
Yeah. He's like, well, what's for dinner? And she's like, she's made a cake.
She's like, cake?
Yeah. And she's like, just this. And he's like, this is going to make us fat.
Oh, this whole line of dialogue's fucking hilarious. So she's made a cake. And he's like, what's for dinner? Woman, wife, what have you made me? And she's just like, cake. And he's like, it's not very healthy.
Yeah.
We're going to end up fat. And she's like, we already are fat. Well, not physically fat, but we're big heifers. We're like cows. And what do cows produce most of? And she holds up the cake and she's written on the cake in icing just the word shit. And then she throws the cake at him.
Yeah. And he goes like, you shouldn't drink and bake.
Yeah. I love it. It's so fucking hilarious.
It's just fucking weird. And then I guess, then
he puts her to bed. He carries her to bed.
Yeah, she eventually passes out at some point, and he carries her to bed, like quite tenderly.
Yeah,
sort of gives her a kiss, and he takes her to bed, and you're like, oh, like they're gonna have a cuddle and stuff. Yeah. No, he puts her to bed, then he goes back to drinking.
Yeah, he just sits back down drinking like cognac or something.
Yeah. And then he gets a really timely phone call
This is from Harry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like obviously now his wife's all upset because they've been stuck there for 5 years. But this phone call comes out of the blue on minutes later.
Yep.
And it's Harry, the FBI chief, and he's like, "I need you to meet me somewhere."
Yeah, because I'm sad.
Yeah, because I'm sad.
We can't speak on the phone. You got to meet me in this place.
Yeah,
So the next day, or whatever,
or maybe the
week?
same day. We don't know.
no,
I mean,
yeah, well,
that whole thing took place in the morning, I guess.
fuck knows. So Arnold heads off to a location to meet with Harry, and he gets to the building, and there's just a parking spot right outside the front.
Yep,
Which is
because he's
just
the sheriff.
annoys me every time. In films and TV, it happened in Mindhunter. I spotted it the other day.
All right.
Character's going somewhere, parks right out the front of the building, gets out the car and just walks
Walk
off.
straight in.
Yeah, no like struggling to find a spot ever. Don't even lock the car door. They just, and then I go.
Could you imagine if there was ever a scene where the heroes pull up to somewhere and just drive around a car park for like 20 minutes, just like somebody pull it, and then they're pulling it. Oh no, they're pulling in.
I mean, is that an entire episode of Seinfeld?
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes to meet Harry in this. It's a marriage counselor.
Marriage counselling
Obviously, it's
office.
not. It's a disguise.
Yeah.
It's a marriage counselling office. And so they're in there, and Harry shows Arnie this videotape of a court proceeding, basically. And in the video, there is this mob boss who's being questioned by the prosecutors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the video, these prosecutors are questioning the mob boss and then somebody else. And then the video cuts over to one of the prosecutors, and he's sat there and he's talking away, and he's got this sign in front of him that says Baxter.
Baxter.
And he's talking and he's talking and he's talking and he's saying all this stuff, and it goes on for a little while. And then Arnie goes, "Hold it! That's Baxter!" And everyone watching is like, even we know that. It says his name right there in big letters.
And has done for ages.
And
now.
also, not only you actually know this man from real life, how long has it taken you to clock like, it's like a good minute goes by until he's like, "Oh, that's that guy.
That's Baxter.
What's his
the guy
name?
who ruined my life.
Yeah.
The guy with the name plaque.
Yeah, Arnie doesn't like Baxter.
No.
He is the reason that he is not in the FBI anymore.
Yes.
For some, he beat up
Yeah, apparently broke all of his bones or something.
He beat up a prisoner.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah,
I missed that bit.
Arnie took a guy in who had molested a child.
That's it.
Beat him to a pulp.
Beat him to a pulp.
And so Baxter was like, you're fired, but not really. We're just relocating you and giving you a different title.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So, while all there, Harry's son, Blair, is dead.
Well, there's that whole awkward where he goes, "Do you remember my son?" And he's like, "Yeah, we went to a couple of ball games together and stuff.
Yeah.
How is he?" He goes, "He's dead." He's like, "Oh."
Why didn't you just say, "My son's dead"?
Yeah.
Like, remember my son, and how great he was, and how much you guys got on, all those great times we had together. Anyway, he's dead.
Remember my son? Oh, yeah, that fucking weasel.
I hate that little
You
prick.
used to say that he disappointed you. Like, you didn't really like him. How's he doing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his son is dead. We assume killed in that shootout at the beginning.
Yeah, he's the one that Harry was crying next to.
Ah, the one that was like, "Witness this." That one?
No, not the witness, this guy. Afterwards, like the bit where you first see Harry and he's sad, he's kneeling next to a body.
Oh, I thought
that's Blair.
Oh, okay. So yeah, his son Blair is dead.
Yes.
By the hands of the mob.
Yes.
Bastards. So, Harry's got this plan, right? This is not FBI work. We should stress from the beginning.
Yeah.
He is not on the clock doing
No,
this.
he's funding this out of his own pocket.
He has gone rogue.
It's off the books.
It's off the books. It's cash in hand work. He wants to pay Arnold Schwarzenegger $45,000.
Yeah.
Which actually isn't that much money when you consider what he's got to do.
Yep.
To go undercover,
Mm-hmm.
infiltrate the mob,
Yep.
and then kill them.
Yes, all of them.
Oh.
For 45 grand.
Well, no, I think it's just the one guy, just the mob boss, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Or him and Rocker. Is it him and... There's a few of them.
Two bosses that are feuding or something.
Yeah. But he only wants one of them dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more concerned about how the fuck Arnie is supposed to sneak into the mob. He's never getting into the mob. Look at him.
He's an Austrian man.
Yeah,
for a start.
He's never
built
gonna
like
pass.
a tank.
Like, mob guys are either wiry little rats or fat blokes.
Yeah,
Like this, or like they're either obese or they're on drugs.
yeah.
Arnie is not getting. He's never going to pass as somebody that was ever involved in the mob or anything. Come on, look at me. I'm a wise guy. Bada bing, bada boom. You're never going to pass. It's not happening, Arnold. Give up now. Christ, but that's their plan.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh well.
that's breaking.
Yeah, that's their plan.
Yeah,
Okay. So later that evening,
I guess so.
at night, Arnie.
It's hard to tell the time of day in this film.
I mean, the time of day, maybe what days are what, we're not
Yeah.
sure. But anyway, Arnie breaks in. He fakes a break-in at a petrol storage facility.
Yeah,
Yes, and he fakes his own death in the most over-the-top way possible. Like,
yeah, literally parks his car up, turns on. I don't know. I mean, this whole fuel place apparently ends
at the gate.
ends in this like one pipe that's just got one thing on it. Like this is access to all of the fuel this place is making. He turns that on, like so it runs underneath the car, and then he blows it up.
Yeah.
So he fakes his own death, which should really tip his wife over the edge. I
Yeah.
mean, she's on the verge now. But if he's gonna fake his own death, I'm assuming he can't tell her. Like so, otherwise, like she's a target.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. She's not in the rest of the film.
No.
Her bit's done.
But he just drives off, and this whole place explodes.
Yeah.
This is millions of dollars of worth of damage he's done. Like, there must have been another way.
Yeah.
Other than this is the film like, we need a big explosion. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Why?
It is fucking wildly absurd. Makes no sense at all. Like literally.
And also, what are they going to do when they don't find a body?
Yeah.
Because he's not in there. Like,
Look, fucking hell. He's like, Harry, oh, like, did you see what I did? I faked my own death. It's like, what have you done? I'm only paying you 45 grand.
yeah.
That's
Also,
like-
shit like that makes national news.
yeah.
Do you remember when Bunfield went up in the UK? Like,
Yeah.
it just causes a huge disaster. Like, and also, there could have been people working there at that time. But
Yeah, you don't know.
It's
Yeah, he
like-
didn't check. He literally drove in that
yeah.
far.
It's just acres of land destroyed
Yeah.
just for this. You could have just driven your car off a fucking bridge.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pushed it off a cliff or
There's
something.
a fuel shortage for the next fucking 10 years. It's still burning now.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so he's faked his death.
Yeah.
He's dead, but not really. Sorry. An undetermined amount of time later, Arnie just shows up at an underground gambling racket.
Before that, we find out, you know how he was talking about how he's going to fit into the mafia and stuff? We find out how. Because he has
combs
that
his
whole
hair.
bit. He brushes his hair back.
That's it.
Like
yeah.
he puts a bit of gel in,
Yeah.
brushes it back, boom! He's Italian.
Yeah, he slicks it back like, hey.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
Capiche?
And yeah, anybody watching is like, oh, how silly do I feel questioning that?
Yeah. So yeah, he's made himself look mafioso.
Yeah,
And he shows up with this underground gambling racket thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is at the back of a restaurant.
yep,
And he just starts a fight.
yeah.
Uh,
He literally is at the craps table, the
yeah.
dice thing, like, and he says, "Oh, I something about the table. I don't think your table's right." And then he pulls out two like ball bearings
Yeah.
and dumps them on the table, and it's like magnets. Yeah, so you're cheating, and then he just flips the fucking table.
Yep. And starts fighting, and he starts beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah,
And it's all fucking kicking off, and then he just leaves.
yeah.
And he goes outside and finds a truck, which is just randomly parked outside, unlocked,
unlocked,
with the
in the
keys, with the keys in the ignition.
Not in a parking space, in the middle of the car park.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's unlocked. Keys are there, no
Yeah.
problem. And he drives it through the building, through the
building.
restaurant.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Nope.
Like literally through the building.
Yep, destroys it. Anyway, that's that scene done.
Yep.
This is the next day, we think. Over at the docks, the mob boss, the main mob boss, the big bad one, the
Yeah.
one he's trying to kill, he's shutting down some kind of operation that's going on there
Yeah.
for reasons that are unclear. it doesn't really matter. He's only there so someone can try and kill him.
Yeah.
And we get the worst drive-by shooting in the history of drive-by shootings.
Yeah, I know, because this is in the docks, right?
Yeah.
And then they've got a school bus.
Yeah. Who lets a school bus into the docks?
At no point did anybody go, why is there a school bus here? And why are there guns pointing out of the windows of it?
They drive by really slowly.
Really slowly.
There's like 8 of them out the window with the guns, fully automatic weapons.
Yeah.
They of all the mob boss, Rocker's there, his like right-hand man, maybe I think 3 others, 5 of them. They hit one, they kill one.
Yeah, they kill one bloke.
And don't hit anybody else.
No.
They shoot the fuck out the car.
The car's fucked.
And also they just carry on driving.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you stop, get out and shoot them?
Well, they can't. They have to drive slowly, and they can't really stop because the bus is full of children that need to go to school.
We're just making a little pit stop, kids. I got to pay off some debt. Don't ask.
Yeah. Hands on ears, everyone. Hands on ears.
Yeah, they just try. It's like, wait. There's more of you, and you have better guns. Just get out and shoot them. But no, they don't do that. So
beer down myself.
Brilliant. Yeah, they shoot one of the mob boss's guys. Everyone else
is like
is
one of
fine.
his favourites, apparently.
Yeah, and then they drive off in the shot-up car, which is actually quite funny.
Yeah.
Over in the city, this is Chicago. This is all set in, by the way. Arnie gets in someone's car.
Yeah.
And
like a limo.
A limo. Well, it's just a regular car, I think, but it's a fancy car with a chauffeur.
All right.
And he basically pulls out a gun and kidnaps the chauffeur along with the woman that gets into the car.
Yeah.
And he steals the woman's jewelry and the chauffeur's lunch.
Yeah.
And drives off in the car, leaving them. Basically, he's doing this because this is all stuff that's connected to a rival mob boss.
Yeah.
So he's fucking up his shit.
Yeah, he's trying to ingratiate himself with the one that he's supposed to kill by fucking with his rival.
Yeah, but basically, yeah.
And this is supposed to be like telling the guy that nothing's safe. I can get into your car and I can steal your missus' jewelry and all stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a dangerous man.
Yes. Then Arnie goes to a secret club, a villain bar. Yeah, basically, and he wants to meet the mob bosses. This is Rocker. He wants to meet Rocker.
Yeah.
Yes. So he goes into it's like a casino bar thing, and he's like, "I want to meet Rocker." They're like, "Oh, wait here, whoever you are." And while he's waiting, he meets this blonde woman.
Yeah.
Who is Monique, who is terrible at gambling. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Yeah, how's your luck tonight?" She's like, "Terrible. I've lost all my fucking money. It's terrible." Anyway, so after he's met her, he goes to meet Rocker, and he tells him that he's the one fucking up all the shit.
Yeah,
for the other guy.
Here's the jewelry.
Look what I've done.
Cheap fucking plastic jewelry. Yeah,
and he's just like, "Give me a job."
Yeah. And then he's kind of flirts with Robert Davi a bit.
Yeah.
Robert Davi's like the second-hand man.
Yeah.
He's the guy who can do things.
Yeah, many things apparently.
Yeah.
So basically, if he got the job, him and Davi would be like level pegging. They'd be like on the working together. But Davi doesn't like him.
No.
Because he just instantly is like, "You're not. you're Arnold Schwarzenegger."
Yeah, look at you. Something's not right.
So he's like, "I'll consider it, and on your way out, just tell the cashier." I said
$1,000 in chips.
I said you could have $1,000 in chips.
Yeah.
Okay. So he leaves and he gives all of his $1,000 in chips to the woman he met earlier,
Monique,
who's not good at gambling.
No,
but you're not going to see that again, Arnie.
No, she loses it straight away.
Yeah, basically,
she's a degenerate gambler.
Arnie leaves the building. And he is chased by some guys. He's chased by 2 men and a child down an alleyway. It's a very short man. He's a wee boy.
Yeah. It's the one who pulls the knife out, isn't it? You're like, "Boy, put that away."
They chase him down an alleyway to fight him. But the fight is broken up. Well, Arnie's like winning anyway.
Arnie, he beats the fuck out of them, basically.
But then it's all interrupted by the world's worst detective.
Yeah.
We'll get into more details later about just how bad this guy is at his job. But this is Lauter's character, the bold one, the detective.
Yeah.
And
he just kind of appears all through the film.
They in the alleyway, You hear the police siren go, and
Yeah.
the car pulls up with no siren on it.
No. No. They're undercover or something. Like, well, I don't know. They're plainclothes. Fuck knows. I don't know.
They're detectives, I
But yeah,
guess.
they turn up. But yeah, there's no siren. There's no light. There's no nothing.
But there's just the
There is
noise of siren.
It's just the bloke in the driver going.
It's like, shut up! We're here already.
I want to make the noise. But yeah, as he turns, he asks him his name. And this is where Arnie goes, Joseph P. Brenner. He goes, what does the P stand for? He goes, pussy. Now, I'm willing to bet Arnie wrote that joke.
Yep.
Because, it's shit. Like, it's a terrible joke. But you can just imagine Arnie being like, I want to say his middle name's Pussy. Let me say his name's Pussy. But it's not funny, Arnie. I want to say it.
It's like, no, you're not saying it. And then they get to it, it's like, okay, actually, it's like, pussy! Aha! I'm not saying it again, I got you. Yeah.
So if anybody... sorry, your middle name is Pussy?
Yeah. Right. Anybody watching this, if you are ever asked by the police what your name is, do not say pussy. Yeah. They have no fucking sense of humor, and you will be arrested. Like, just don't. If I say my initials are FH, what does that stand for? Fucking horny. What do you think they're gonna do? Like, ha ha ha! Well, you've got a character here, guys.
Yeah. Oh, well, off you go. First of all, I've just watched you assault 3 men, and now you've just told me your middle name's Pussy. Off you go, you big jester.
He just lets him go.
Yeah, just see you later.
Say our trial, boys,
I'll be watching
boys.
you.
Yeah. And the guys, they're like, hey, chief, shouldn't you... Shut up, you're only meant to make the siren noise. That's what you're hired for. It's that guy from Police Academy.
Just reverse the car back. We're not a van.
Oh, Christ. The next morning, he phones Harry.
To
say-
a giant tape recorder.
Harry's not there. It's being taped. It's totally pointless. Anyway, moving on. Somewhere else, the cops are raiding a house. There's a female jogger, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she runs up and then pulls a gun on this guy in the car, who's a lookout, I guess. And they raid this house. They're all undercover police. In the house, they arrest everybody and they steal all the mob stuff. And it turns out they've raided it and taken $100 million and a shitload of gear. Smack. Yeah. And the mob boss wants it back.
Yeah.
He's just like...
He doesn't care that it's in a police safe.
Yeah, it's in like police evidence stuff. Yeah, he's just like...
Yeah, he's like, I
want it back.
I paid for it.
Yeah. And yeah, even like his right-hand man, Rocker's like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
I mean, it's only 100 million. Like, surely your drug business is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to take into account...
He's like, it's fine!
Yeah.
I don't care.
If you're in that business, surely you have to take into account that you might get raided every now and again, and you might have to write some stuff off.
Yeah. No.
But no, he wants it back.
Yeah, he wants it back.
This is the 80s.
Yeah, this is kind of the main plot of the film.
Yeah.
Essentially, this is like the main
that
event.
Small amount of drugs.
Yeah, it's that this mob boss wants his drugs
This
back.
is a bit of a 2-bit drug operation.
So then later we have Rocker, the right-hand man. He's interviewing Arnie to basically replace the guy that was shot at the docks.
Yeah.
Yes, and Arnie gets the job of hired goon.
Yeah. And as
If you ever wondered where they get these goons from,
this is
it. Yeah.
There's an interview process.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then as he leaves the room, he goes, "It's nice to be one of the family." I don't know why he's Scottish now.
I was going to say.
Nice to be one of the family.
Hey, weren't you Austrian a second ago? No, I'm Italian. I mean, lederhosens. I'm confused. Get down. What's wrong with this guy? I think he's broken. I want to start him again or change the batteries or something. I'll be back.
Chopper, I'm doing it again. Anyway. So yeah, he just...
Help us on the week. Can't decide if Arnie is Austrian, Italian or Scottish.
The many nationalities of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Come on, have some haggis. Oh dear.
Oh god.
Sorry.
But yeah, anyway, just Duh. Just for that fucking, it's nice to be one of the family phrase, they should have gone, oh, no. Like, no, just for that, I've changed my mind. Like, you're out.
So, yeah, he's got the job of hired goon. As he's leaving, he bumps into the woman from earlier. The woman that was gambling that he gave the chips to is like, how's your luck wheel? And she's like, terrible. She's a... Yeah.
Oh, no.
She's a gambling addict, basically.
Yeah.
And, oh, God.
Right.
Okay.
Back in the game. Right, start again.
So after he's got the job of hired goon,
Yeah.
he meets the woman outside from earlier, and he says like, "How's the gambling going?" And she's like, "I've lost it all."
Yeah.
But she's got a gambling problem. She's an addict, basically.
Yeah,
she's a serious addict.
Gambling fucking addiction.
Yeah, but he takes her home anyway.
Yeah.
To bang or not?
No, he's still married.
This is the thing, right?
She might.
Is this cheating?
Yeah. Does she think you're dead? Like, or not?
I mean, he's married, but legally he is dead. So technically he is not married because he's dead. She is widowed. But it's okay.
I mean, she's probably dead by now anyway. She probably drunk herself to death.
It's okay because
ate all of the cake and drank herself to death.
Arnie passes out before they bang anyway because he drunk too much champagne.
Yeah, or does he?
Or does he?
Arnie's drunk acting is so weird.
This is a guy that obviously doesn't drink.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
You can tell he's never had a drink in his life.
No.
He's like, just sort of sat there and he's got this big stupid grin on his face, and then he just comes out with weird shit. And he goes like, was it? Like, I don't know why they give people sleeping pills when they could just give them champagne. Like,
that's more expensive than sleeping pills.
What? Yeah, knocks you right out.
It's like that episode in Peep Show when he does pills. He's like, "Oh, I think I'm getting the famous munchies." It's ridiculous. Anyway, so he pretends to pass out, and she sneaks off into his living room and starts rummaging through his wallet and phones Robert Davi.
We think so.
Yeah, and it's basically giving like his ID details over the phone to somebody.
Yeah, it's like license driving
number,
license,
social security number, all of that stuff. To Robert Davi over the phone. So she's snooping on him, really.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's pretending to snore.
Yeah.
And he walks. He's like, you can hear him snoring, and then he walks out of the room like, and looks around and, and like, but then he just goes back to sleep, even though he knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't rumble her.
No, and never does.
No.
I mean, that's not even a spoiler. Like, he just doesn't. He just never brings it up.
No.
Like, he's aware that she's doing it. Also, I mean, she's just like now sitting there having a smoke, and he's like coming out like to the door now. At no point did she go, Is that getting closer? Is he sleepwalking and snoring?
Just turn around, he's there.
Don't wake me up. It's bad luck.
Oh Christ! So yeah, she is she's a drunk, a gambling addict, and is
she's a fucking horrendous.
Is doing some stuff. Is basically
awful.
Sneak around behind his back, giving his details to people she shouldn't.
Yeah.
But okay, cool, whatever. Anyway, then the mob boss has a scene of him. He's still angry. He still wants his money back. He still wants his smack back. Fairly uneventful scene.
Oh yeah, that's just like literally explaining where we've got to in the film.
Yeah, basically. That night, Arnie is on his first job as a hired goon, along with Robert Davi, as they chase down some dude in a gay bar.
Yep.
This is the rival mob boss or rival...
Oh, well, they're going... the guy that owns the gay bar is paying them protection money.
But it
turns out he's also paying the other guy protection money. as far as I can work out. So they're there to tell him that he should only pay them protection money. But surely if he's paying both of them,
Yeah, that's a smart
because
move.
he literally, he goes, oh, so you thought you'd pay him as well, did you? And he's
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't.
But also, like, if he's paying the other guy protection money, why isn't he protecting him from these guys coming and beating him up?
Literally, any money he's spending is not well spent.
No. He's just getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's getting beaten up. He goes, but I am paying you the money, just I'm paying him as well. So I should definitely not get beaten up. But here we are.
Yeah. I've basically doubled down on my insurance. I'm still getting fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, this is I did not read the small print. I'm gonna be honest.
So they beat up a guy in.
But yeah, Davy's gonna kill him. Like he's gonna shoot. He's gonna knife him. That's it. And Arnie's like, whoa! So he grabs him and he because this is out in the changing rooms.
Yeah.
And he drags him along like through across the mirrors, and then he chucks some like red makeup or something in his face. He goes, "That's what you'll look like if you die." Or something. And then as they walk out, Davy's like, "Get in my way again, and I'll kill you." And Arnie goes, "I hope you're not your mother's only child." What?
Silence.
Yeah. So somebody's let Arnie write his own lines here.
Yeah. Or just like when they saw it at the premiere, the director's like to the editor, "I told you to cut that out."
Yeah.
What the fuck is that still doing in there?
But yeah, it's such a like fucking if you get my way again, I'll kill you. I hope you're not your mother's only child.
English isn't your first language, is it? Christ.
Yeah, because that sounds brilliant in Austrian. Like everyone would be fucking dying, killing themselves laughing.
The next day, over at a golf course, this is where we meet the other mob boss, and he hates golf. End of the scene.
Even though he's playing it.
Yeah, he's like, "I hate this fucking game." And that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
he just that's it, done.
Yeah, doesn't explain anything.
No.
Doesn't move the story forward.
No.
Doesn't
At night, later that night, there's a fancy party going on at a mansion. This is the mob boss's mansion, and Arnie attends, and he's brought with him the gambling addict as a date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dating now. So.
Yeah, he's definitely moved on from his. I was gonna say his dead wife. He's the one that's dead. Although she's probably dead by now. And the mob boss wants to meet Arnie. Yeah. And Robert Davi, it turns out, he wants to bang the gambling addict.
Or has been.
He has banged her?
Yeah, they were.
I don't know.
Or something like that. Or he's been trying to. It's hard to tell. Like, it suggested they might have history, but then later on she said something that suggests that she wouldn't. So, yeah, it's really confusing.
Yeah.
It's wildly confusing.
So, Arnie meets the mob boss.
Yeah.
And says something stupid, and the mob boss doesn't like him.
It pisses him off.
Yeah.
It's like, literally, this is the point he's been building up to.
Yeah.
Like, he finally gets to meet the big boss man that he's trying to work for, and he says something like...
The mob boss says, like, "Have you killed anyone?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "How many?" He goes, 3. And he's like, "Who are those?" Like, "What, do you want names and addresses as well?"
The names and addresses?
Yeah.
But,
and the guy's like, "I don't like smart asses." It's like, what's wrong with you, Arnie? You're terrible at being undercover. Number one, you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You stick out like a sore thumb wherever you go. You're the most like, you're just so obvious everywhere you go. 2,
your Scottish accent's terrible.
Yeah, your Austrian accent ain't much better either. Your Italian accent, forget it. No one's buying the slick back hair. And then you do meet the mob boss, and you just fuck him off.
Yeah, you just piss him off. And this is where you're supposed to be, you div.
Yeah.
Look. So yeah.
Also, now that you're here, just shoot him.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then I mean,
surely
this is a party. There's children and stuff out there. They're not going to start shooting. He could kill Davy and this guy. And not Davy. It's the other guy, Rocco and this guy in that room, and then just run out.
Yeah.
Just wave a gun about and everybody will panic.
That's it.
Done.
Or don't have to do that.
Ended.
Kill him. Go out the window. Done.
Yeah.
That's it.
End of.
Get your 45 grand. Go home.
But no.
Job's a good one. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah.
That's just dead. Also, I brought a gambling addict back with me. How do you feel about polyamory?
Yeah.
Polyamorous relationship.
3 of us in the family now.
Yeah. Ménage à trois.
Yeah.
Oh, you're French now as well, are you? Oui. Anyway,
teach her to bake.
She'll do the baking, you do the drinking.
Yeah.
How's he going to fund an alcoholic and a gambling addict?
Just before this, Davy makes sure that they get a picture taken of him, and then at the end of this scene, he's photocopying that picture.
Yes, which comes into play later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the next day, Arnie goes shopping with the gambling addict.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's paying for it all because she's got no money.
Because she keeps losing it all.
Because she's a gambling addict. But the guy from the gay bar shows up with a couple of goons at the mall.
Is that who that was?
Yeah. They show up and the goons throw their Subway sandwiches into a fountain.
Yeah, they're well shit. There's a fountain in the middle of the clothes shop for a start.
Because it's really expensive. So that's how you know it's expensive. There's a fountain.
There's got a fountain in the middle of it. Yeah, they're eating like their Subway or whatever, and then
Burgers.
one by one they just lob it. Yeah, they're McDonald's or whatever. They just lob it into the fountain. I mean, it's uncouth.
It really is. So yeah, they go up to fucking get Arnie and the gambling addict, and they're like, "Hey, you weird Scotsman from earlier that put red paint on me. How dare you? Don't do that." And Arnie says, "There's a woman there working there," and he's like, "It's a stick up.
Yeah.
Call security." And the woman just stares like, and even when you're watching the film, you're like, "What's this woman doing?"
Yeah.
What
have you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you not?
And then
grasping
eventually the gambling addict turns around and is like, "Well, go then."
Yeah. 10 minutes later.
Yeah. It's like the actress just forgot.
Yeah.
And the director all looking at it, and like whoever plays Monique was just like nudging them like, "Go,
Yeah.
go."
Even the thugs are waiting for their cue to start fighting. They're like, "Call security," and they're like, "Well, go on then."
Anyway, there's a big fight. There's a big fight. Arnie obviously wins.
Monique's slapping people with a mannequin arm.
There's
a weird bit because there's like that round light or something, and Monique bumps into it and she saves it. But then I don't understand why. I think if this was filmed in a real fucking clothes shop, they're like, "Please don't break that." Anything else is fair game.
Yeah,
the mannequins you can take apart, bash each other, you can throw each other into stuff. The fountain's not even real. Chuck all your food in. But that one light, don't.
Yeah. And also, because obviously this is happening in a mall and all the customers are freaking out. And there's one that runs away and another customer is in her way. She's like, "Get out of the way, bitch!"
Yeah.
And she pushes her down and they run off. Fucking crack me up. Anyway.
There's Arnie and Monique run out the shop as well. She runs back for her dress. And she goes, "I'm really difficult to size." Just grabs the dress.
Not paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not paying for it. I'm out.
At that point, security arrive. "You got a receipt for that?" I'm an addict. And he's a foreigner.
My Scottish friend is paying.
Yeah. "Do you take sterling?"
It's legal tender.
Yeah, I guess it's 20 Scottish £20 note. "I think you'll find that's legal tender." Anyway. The next day or whatever, the next scene.
Yeah.
Again, this takes place maybe over a week, a month, we're not sure. The mob boss, his name's Luigi, by the way. Luigi something or other.
Patravita.
Okay, just call him mob boss. I'm not going to remember that.
Mario's brother.
Yeah. The mob boss, he remembers he finds out where his money and his drugs are.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ha!" And so he's found out where his 100 million and all that is, and they need to think of a way to get it. It's in a police station in their evidence lockup.
Yeah.
Right, so they got to get it. How do we get it? And Arnie suggests calling in a bomb threat.
Yeah.
"He used to do it all the time. Back in Glasgow. I mean, Austria. Back in Sicily.
There's a bomb in there. Get out now."
Why is he the IRA now? "I used to work for a legitimate political party.
I'll be back."
He's gone all over the show. So.
Oh no.
"Do you want to know about bombs, do you? I'll tell you, when me and the boys get together, it's explosive." Anyway. Arnie suggests calling in a bomb threat in some kind of accent. And they're like, "Well, if you call in a bomb threat, they'll evacuate the building." They're like, "Well, what if they don't believe us? Like, it's the police. They have to take bomb threats seriously." But okay, what if they don't believe you? So what we'll do is we'll make them think that somebody is blowing up police stations. So they're going to plant a bomb in a different police station.
Yeah.
To make them think they're being targeted.
So they blow up a Coke machine.
Yeah. So yeah,
in a police station.
They do this little plan, and they put a bomb in a vending machine in a different police station, which doesn't even kill anybody.
No, it's quite a small bomb.
It's a very small bomb.
Like literally, all it does is kill the Coke machine.
Yeah, like no one's dead, and they've just like painted soot on the wall. Like, oh no, look at this.
Oh, look how terrible it is.
Yeah.
So like, by right, they should have phoned up. Like the next place they phoned up and gone, oh, there's a bomb in there, and they should have gone, well, that's right. Like we don't like the Coke machine. Just nobody go near the Coke machine for 20 minutes, right?
In the aftermath of the bomb, Baxter is there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why this FBI guy has shown up at this one particular police station in Chicago, but he's there, and so is Harry. By coincidence, why are these guys here?
And aren't they literally like, why are you here? And he's like, well, just hanging around.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no real reason to. Like, I just needed some screen time.
Yeah, and they just established that they don't like each other.
Yeah.
And Baxter says something like, well, justice. And Harry's like, fuck justice. And
I'm justice.
Yeah, they leave without... It is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Why have these two people that don't work at this police station just shown up?
It's literally like the writers have gone, oh God, we're going to forget who Baxter is.
Yeah.
And Harry. So we'll have them turn up here and, banter.
Yes. Over at the villain bar / club / casino, Robert Davi is flexing to gambling addict that he's bought a horse.
Yeah. Do you remember that horse we looked at? She's like, yeah, I bought it. And it is like that as well, because I bought it.
She's like, okay.
She's like, oh, good luck, good on you. Like,
but Arnie comes over to defend his woman because...
Well, this is the bit I was talking about, because it's kind of suggested earlier on that they might have a history, and then there's this bit. And then he even says, remember that horse that we used to look at? Bought it. And then she goes, well, the only time you'd be lying next to me is if you were dead or something?
No, she said, the only time you'd be lying next to me is if we were hit by the same truck.
Hit by the same car.
Implying that they walk next to each other everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Which
stupid. But yeah, so you're like, oh, so they're not. They didn't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, then Arnie turns up and gives him like the Vulcan death grip or something.
And he points a gun at him.
Oh, does he point a gun at him?
Yeah, in the villain bar.
Doesn't he just grab him or something?
No.
Oh, no.
That can't be
Oh, yeah, he
allowed.
does pull the gun out as well. Yeah.
He's like, basically, get lost. This is my woman.
Away with you!
Yeah, away with you bastard. Anyway, last year, I'm hungry. He says he's hungry.
Yeah.
So they go for dinner after I can't remember what she says. She's like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I think I'm hungry." So they go for dinner, and basically we have this dinner scene between Arnie and the gambling addict, and Arnie tells the gambling addict that he's married.
Well, she's like, "Oh, I really like you," or something, and he's like. And she goes, look, I mean, it's not like you're married or anything. And he goes, does a bit of acting where he goes, like, pulls some weird face, like he's having a stroke. And she's like, you are married. And he's like, yeah, I just remembered. I mean, she could be dead now.
But this, for a guy undercover, it seems unwise to tell people you're married. Especially someone who is, let's face it, fucking unreliable.
And grassing him up, which he knows.
Yes, and she's an alcoholic and has a gambling addiction.
So but he's like, no, here you go. Here's some secrets of my real life.
Yeah.
So I'm married. She drinks a bit, likes to bake. But yeah.
And I'm not really Scottish.
Yeah. Never even been to Scotland. Never even been to Scotland. But and then she's like, well, where is she? He's like, far away from here. Like stuff. Just too much info, Arnie.
Yeah.
Wind it in.
And basically, he friend zones her.
Yeah.
Because she wants to bang.
Well, she gets the and she rips off her dress.
It's kind of like and you can see her lingerie underneath.
Yeah.
It's kind of like here's what you could have won.
Yeah. See what you could have won. And then, she lobs the dress at him. And that's the worst Arnie gets. Then as she's storming out, Robert Davi turns up at just the wrong moment. She grabs somebody else's drink and lobs it in his face. He's not even part of the argument.
I mean, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he doesn't deserve that.
No,
it's just like, hey, what's going on? I just got here. Oh, Christ. And then Arnie goes to see Harry for a beer where they chat some shit about the plot.
Yeah.
But
just
so
catch up just in case anyone's fallen asleep.
Harry's like, oh, I went to the police station. Someone blew it up. It's like, yeah, that was my idea. There's a bomb in there. My idea. Plan.
Yeah, when Arnie's talking to Harry as well, they hint at a much more interesting subplot that never happened, where Arnie's going on about how tempted he is to stay as Joey.
He's got a good life.
He's got a good money. Life, money and women and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff and you're thinking, oh, that could be interesting if he decides that he likes that life. Nah.
No, doesn't bother. So yeah, then
Right. And then they got they're driving the fake bomb disposal people. They phone in the bomb scare.
Well, yeah, simultaneously you've got Robert Davi and Arnie going off to kill the rival mob boss.
Yeah.
And also the bomb threat being called into the police station. Mm-hmm. And when they call in the bomb threat, obviously they go over to the captain and they're like, "Captain, there's been a bomb threat," and the captain's like, "Oh." Yeah. Right, okay, evacuate the building, call the bomb squad. Like, he acts like this happens every fucking week.
Every 20 minutes.
It's just like another one. We never get any work done around here. We're going to fucking evacuate. Why give our address away? Everyone knows where to put the bombs. But so they call the bomb squad, but the call goes to the mob. They divert the call to the mob.
Yeah, it's
who are in the back of a van.
Premise. Like, especially in the 80s.
This technology did not exist. They've rewired it to a cell phone in the back of a truck.
It doesn't even cut to a woman at the fucking...
Put in the switchboard.
The switchboard. Yeah. Like, oh, if I plug that one into that one and stuff, that'll go through to them in the van. Yeah. And they've got a fucking dial phone in the van.
I know, it's stupid. So the mob show up posing as the bomb squad.
Yeah.
And they basically... go in, obviously been evacuated, and they just rob them.
Yeah.
Once they're all out, and they break into the safe, and they take all the smack, and they take the 100 million. 100 million, that's a lot. That's a big amount of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they rob them and fuck off.
Yeah, literally. They just grab it or put it in the bag. It's the only clever bit in the entire film, really, because they think it's a bomb scare, so they blow up the safe, and they think that's the bomb being, like, disposed of or whatever. Yeah. And then they just chuck all the drugs and all the money into the thing, and they literally just run past everyone. It's like, all done, cheers, bye! Like, just jump in the van and fuck off.
But why doesn't this police station have its own bomb squad?
They can't afford it.
Call the bomb squad. Where are they? Third floor? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. So they've got their shit back.
Yeah, that's done.
They've got their shit.
That's done. Yeah. So now we've got
Robert Davi is gonna kill the rival mob boss. They have an opportunity to shoot him, but don't. And he decides he's gonna run him off the road. Yeah. Yeah, and this silly car chase happens.
Yeah, it's one of the dumbest car chases.
Yeah, they keep shooting at this rival's car. And we keep getting shots or close-ups of the car where it says bullet
resistant glass. Yeah, like not bulletproof glass. Or
bullet resistant.
Bullet resistant.
And there's about 3 or 4 times they have close-up of this bullet resistant. Yeah. So it's like, we know. Yeah. But they keep shooting at it anyway for fucking ages.
They haven't got close enough to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're driving around the docks. But once again, they drive off, but then they get in front of them. They do it again, like at the beginning with the cop and that.
That's what happens. If you're anywhere near Arnie and you're chasing someone, you're gonna get him. Yeah, because Arnie's just gonna end up in front of him.
Geography and physics just don't matter.
Editing,
it's just they get in front of him somehow, and
also Arnie is shooting a lot of people.
Yeah,
right, and he's supposed to be undercover. I suppose he's not technically working for the FBI.
No,
but surely at some point they're going to be like, "You did kill a lot of people."
Well, I mean, they were mob people.
Oh.
And these are the rival mob people, so I suppose he has to show face.
Yeah.
And the car crashes and the rival's car blows up and they die.
Yep.
In the end. Anyway, boring. But then cut over to this scene that takes place in a funeral home for no reason. Between Baxter and the mob boss.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the mob boss is shouting at Baxter.
Yeah, basically you find out that Baxter is on his payroll or something.
He's the one that's been leaking the FBI informants to the mob, and that's why all the FBI people have been dying, including Harry's son.
And Baxter's a bit of a snivelling wretch.
Yeah, basically. And Baxter basically dobs in Harry. He says, this Harry guy, He's an FBI bloke, but I think he's doing something on the side that might be fucking you up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you should kill him.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay. And then Robert Davi is like, okay, we'll get Arnie to do it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because who are we going to do it? And then Daffy walks out of like a coffin or something.
Yeah,
He's like,
he sits up like Dracula. Hello.
Joey.
We'll get Pussy to do it.
Yeah, basically. Now, the secret plot of the film, everyone knows now. Daffy's also find out that Arnie isn't Joey, like, because he showed his photocopies to some bloke, and he's like, well, that's not the guy he's pretending to be.
Yeah,
so we've got that. So now the cat is well and truly out of the bag.
Yes. And Arnie bumps into the gambling addict.
Yeah. She apologizes for being a ludicrous woman.
Yeah. But he's like, I'll see you later. And they kiss. So she's out the friend zone?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Like, he did tell her that he was married. But then he doesn't stop her. So, you know.
So they have a kiss, and he's just basically like, I'll see you at the end of the movie. And he goes off. And Arnold and Davy, they head off to a graveyard.
Yeah.
This is basically to kill Harry, but Arnold doesn't know yet.
No.
They're like, come with us, Joseph Pussy. We're going to whack a guy because this is the mob. Hey.
Yeah.
And he's like, cool. So they go off to this graveyard.
Get their guns out and stuff. There's a funeral going on in the background.
Distance, yep. And there's a guy who you can only see from behind, but it's Harry.
Yeah.
And he's at a grave, and they're walking up, and it's like, okay, Arnie, you're going to shoot this guy. But Arnie doesn't know it's Harry.
Yeah.
And remember, Arnie's undercover. And when he finds out, it's going to be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? It's going to be like, it's like that scene from, what's the Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze thing?
Oh, Point Break.
Yeah, when he's just like, can I shoot my friend? And he's going to fire into the air. Yeah, is that how it's going to go down? No. Who knows? So he walks up and he turns around and he sees that it's Harry. And Harry sees it as Arnie with the gun. And Arnie just goes, Harry!
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, Harry. And then everyone
instantly blowing his cover.
Yeah.
Like, instantly.
And then everyone starts shooting each other. Everyone gets shot but Arnie.
Yeah.
Arnie is unscathed.
Yeah. Harry gets shot by Davy.
Davy is shot.
Davy is killed by
the
Arnie.
Red shirt.
There's a red shirt there that just dies.
He's shot. And then Arnie runs over to Harry and he's like, I didn't know it was you. And I was like, so if it was somebody else, you were quite happily to go along and kill whoever it was.
Also, Davy did say before Arnie knew it was Harry, it's just a cop.
Yeah, it's just
so
a cop.
he knew it was a
so
cop.
He was going to kill another cop. Like, it was like, well, if it's just another cop, that's fine. Oh, but not a cop I know.
Yeah.
No.
So it's just the whole thing was just, this guy is deep undercover, but he literally sees his friends like, Harry! Oh, shit!
Yee!
What's the fucking going on here? Jesus. So yeah, Robert Davi is killed. Everyone's fucking shot except for Arnie.
Yep.
Harry's not dead, but shot.
No, was it when he goes over, he goes like, oh, Harry, I'm really sorry, I didn't know it was you. And Harry literally goes, it's all right. Literally like that. It's all right. You should get off.
I've got to be like, listen, Arnie, I'm not paying you 45 grand to shoot me.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yes, it's all right. And then Arnie's like, don't die. And he's like, I'll see you soon. And then he just fucks off and leaves him there.
Luckily, the gambling addict arrives at the graveyard just in time to help him escape, and they drive off.
Yeah.
Yeah. How fucking convenient. And so they've driven off, and Arnie drops the gambling addict off at a hotel, and he tells her to go to the airport and charter a plane.
Yeah, not just get on a plane.
Not book us some tickets.
Yeah, get a couple of tickets.
Charter a plane.
We want our own plane.
Yeah. Like, okay. Also, why didn't he drop her off at the airport?
Well,
they're in a car. So I'm going to drop you at this hotel and then go to the airport. Why didn't you take me to the airport? Why am I at this fucking hotel? So anyway, he sent her to the airport. And then Arnie, obviously his cover's been blown, although technically only
now we get the
Davy knew it, but whatever.
Now we get Arnie suiting up.
Suit up montage.
This is such a slow suit up. scene.
yeah.
It's really long, unnecessarily long.
Yeah, loading
It's like
guns for
literally
ages.
You're there. You feel like you're there like the whole time. It's like not even a montage. It's just like an uncut scene where he's like, like just
loading.
bullets. Definitely got some bullets.
Yep.
Got some guns, and he takes the guns out. And he looks at them. Then he puts them back in. And he straps them back in.
Got some Velcro.
Yeah, he puts the Velcro straps back on. Then he checks the bullets. Then he goes over and he puts a shirt on. And then he looks around and he does his hair again, and then he puts a jacket on, and then he's like, "Oh, should I?" Looks around again. Then he picks everything up, and then he checks out his ass in the fucking mirror, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Filler.
It's just such a long, unnecessary suit up scene.
It does take fucking ages. So he goes off to the pit, which was briefly mentioned earlier. It's a quarry pit.
Yeah, basic, but it makes it sound like it's like something out of like Beyond the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Like they're like, if anybody ever tells to go to the pit, say no.
Yeah.
People go missing in there and stuff. It's a quarry.
Yeah, basically.
With like a caravan in it. Yeah. They're counting money in.
Yeah,
That's
where the money is. That's it.
Yeah.
So he goes over there in this car, and he kicks out the windscreen of the car, and he puts on his Rolling Stones tape, and he drives around to the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Just shooting people. He's got these automatic rifles.
Yeah.
He's firing with one hand because he's driving with the other, and he's killing people that are about 100 yards away. Like nobody, like come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally, and they're all positioned in stupid places, like where they could just fall. There's one on standing, not in a crane, on a crane.
Yeah.
Like he's on the arm of the crane.
Yeah.
Like, he's just standing there. There's another one on top of like a massive hill of sand.
Yeah.
And there's another guy on top of a digger or something. There's just all these people just stupidly positioned just so they can get shot and go, oh, and fall down things.
Basically.
And then this ragdoll. At some point somebody kills a ragdoll which falls into a crusher. Doesn't even look remotely human. There's like fucking limbs flailing around.
the mob boss is like, hey, where's my ragdoll?
Yeah.
Did somebody shoot my ragdoll? I put
My
that there for
life-size ragdoll with holes in convenient places.
I paid good money for that.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for this, you weird Scottish bastard. Anyway, and he shoots people, just driving around, just shooting people out the fucking car, one-handed, doesn't matter, till he crashes the car into a digger.
Yeah.
Which is then...
This digger slowly comes round the corner. And Arnie is like, whoa! Smashes into it.
Which then starts pushing him towards a dump truck. And the idea is they're going to squash him.
Yeah.
And Arnie jumps out the car at the last minute. It takes forever.
Yeah.
Like, he could literally get out.
10 minutes to think about it.
Yeah.
He could have just got out and walked out.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, wait till, not yet. It's not dramatic enough.
Yeah.
And then he just does a roll.
At the last minute, Literally could have got out as soon as it started, but never mind.
He could have got out, walked round, shot the digger driver, shot the dump truck driver.
He just shoots a bunch of fucking people, basically.
Yeah.
And he gets in a little caravan, and he does shoot the dump truck driver through like two windows directly in the head with a handgun. Again, one-handed, bang. Like he's just that good of a fucking shot.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need to think about it. And Arnie finds all of the money and all of the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it now. I guess that's their whole operation in that little caravan.
Yeah. Done.
This is not the operation they make it out to be.
No, it really isn't. So, yeah, he's got all their shit. And the mob boss over at his place, the villain bar, I guess, he knows it's Arnie.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, they all know now.
I don't know how.
Like, weirdly. But then they're watching on the news. The news is like a random quarry pit is the site of some shooting, weirdly, and some drugs and stuff were found there. And then the mob boss is like, he goes, what do you think did it? He goes, well, it's definitely that Joey guy, but he's probably dead.
Yeah. Why?
Why do you think
it's
that?
Definitely Joey Pussy.
Yeah, it's definitely Joey Pushy, and he's definitely dead. I mean, look at the news. He killed everyone, so he must be dead. There's no logic to that decision, and it's it's weird. Like,
It doesn't make any sense how they know it's him. Like the one guy that knew was Robert Davi. He's dead.
Dead.
Yeah. And there was no scene where he told him.
No.
Oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, he knows it's him.
Yeah.
So anyway, Arnie shows up at the villain bar. And he just starts murdering everyone.
Yep.
Shooting all these people that can't aim at all. It's that classic. No, like they're not even trying. They're just like just firing randomly into the air.
They do that whole fucking stupid lift thing where they think he's coming up in the lift.
Oh,
so
they
they're
shoot-
all at the lift,
yeah.
they shoot in the lift, and the lift opens and he's not there. Turns out he's in the air ducts. Fuck off, is Arnie in the air ducts? It's like, literally, he's still stuck at the beginning of the air ducts because he's managed to get in. He's like, can somebody give me a push?
At the beginning, did he find lunch lady Doris? Like, have you got any grease, woman? Grease me up!
Grease me up!
He's coming through, squeezing through there, and just flops out the other end.
Yeah, there's absolutely no fucking feasible way Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger just Bruce Willis through the fucking air ducts.
So and Baxter is there, by the way.
Yeah, Baxter's there for no reason.
Yeah, he's at the villain bar.
The wrong place at the wrong time.
And he starts like fucking shooting everyone and he's killing them all. And the mob boss says, "Call the police," which made me laugh.
Yeah. Even the guy he's talking to is like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Just call the fucking police."
Like, we're the mob.
Yeah.
So we don't call the police. I call the police. And he kills Rocker, who I think deserved a better death.
Yeah, both their deaths are really kind of throwaway. Almost.
Yeah.
They basically run into a back room
And he
Arnie
shoots
just
him.
walks in and shoots them. Both.
Yeah, and he shotguns the fucking mob boss.
Yeah.
Who flops over his desk and he's dead. And then for some unknown reason, Arnie picks up a bowl of candy and just pours it over the mob boss's body.
Honestly, this is
Walks
another.
off.
Arnie wrote that. I guarantee you.
Why?
There's so many points in this film where you just think Arnie was just like, I'm going to do this and it's going to be really cool. And they're like, all right, mate, like whatever you want. You're Arnie. Yeah, and he just picks up a bowl of sweets and just pours it on it. It's not even like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, you think it'd be like symbolic or something.
Yeah, there's no
He's just,
symbolism at all whatsoever.
Why?
Like, at no point has he like offered him a sweet or anything like that. No, nothing.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, this guy is a cop, and that's gonna be a nightmare for the crime scene investigating people. It's like, why is this candy everywhere? Who the fucking stay in this place?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's killed him and he pours candy over him, blah blah, and everyone's fucking dead except for Baxter.
Yeah.
Who he finds cowered in a corner,
crying.
trying to shoot himself.
Yeah.
But the gun's got no bullets. And Arnie's like, "You're a piece of shit, laddie. Nobody fucking likes you. Fuck off." And so he
does a really terrible variation of the Shane, the movie Shane, where he's like, "Pick it up." Like the gun, gives him the gun.
Well, he suggests kind of that Baxter falls on his own sword and he should die. So Arnie hands him a loaded gun. Like, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
He's obviously going to try and kill you with it. And he does. But Arnie gets the draw on him because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger and he shoots Baxter.
Yeah.
So they're all...
End of. Everyone's dead now.
Everyone's fucking dead. So Arnie then goes off to the airport to meet the gambling addict. And she's chartered a plane.
Yep,
They're there on a little prop plane. Yep, she's got it.
With his money, I'm guessing, because she ain't got none.
Yeah. And he gives her a duffel bag with $250,000 in it.
Yeah.
Worth of money, right?
$250,000. Yeah, $250,000. And she's like, "Oh, no, I'm not going without you." And he's like, "There's $250 million in that bag." She's like, "Oh, will you be okay?"
That's 250K, is it? 250 grand.
Yeah.
Says, yeah, it's quarter of a year. Gives her 250 grand. And it's like, there you go. Puts her on the plane. Like, she's a gambling addict.
Yeah.
That's not going to last a week. That's like, come on.
But she just twists all of a sudden. She's like, "Oh, you'll have to come with me." He goes, "There's $250,000 in there." She's like, "Well, bye."
Yeah. So she gets on the plane, fucks off, never to be seen again.
You can just hear her as she's shutting the door. "To Monte Carlo, driver."
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, so she's just gone, never to be seen again. And also, wasn't it 100 million that went missing?
Yeah, something
Where's the rest of it?
Arnie,
yeah, he's got the other 99.75 million.
He's got an alky at home. He's got to pay for as well.
So I can't afford an alcoholic and a gambling addict.
She needs baking supplies.
So.
Oh yeah, it's the
world's worst detective arrives.
The helicopter turns up just as the plane's taking off. A helicopter comes in.
Yeah,
and then literally the world's worst detective turns up basically to go, "Always knew you as a cop."
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I had it figured out the whole fucking time.
Yeah, you still don't.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no evidence that this man is in law enforcement whatsoever.
No. I always knew you as a cop, and I was proved right by you killing all those people.
I was like, yeah, I always knew you were a cop. So good for you. And then the kind of leads, it's like, he assumes he's a cop.
Yeah.
And doesn't ask for like, oh, by the way, can we just have your real name just to double check you are a cop?
Yeah. Your middle name's not actually Pussy, is it?
Yeah. Because I've looked through the police records. There's no officer called Pussy.
Yeah.
Officer Pussy.
Even the guy you're pretending to be, his middle name isn't Pussy.
Yeah. But no, he doesn't ask for like ID or anything like that. It's just like, hey, you're a cop. You're okay. And he walks off and that's it.
Yeah, he literally he's used police money or like taxpayers' money to fly a helicopter over to go.
Also, he's dressed like Inspector Gadget for some reason in this one scene. But even if he isn't, like, he just assumes he's a cop, and he is correct.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't matter because everything he's done is really fucking illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is all, as we said at the beginning,
Off the
cash in
books.
hand, off the books. Totally not official police
it's
business.
mass murder.
It really is. He's killed scores of people.
Lots and lots of people.
He
was going to kill a cop.
Yeah.
Until he realised it was one he knew.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if he's a cop. It's all still illegal.
Yeah.
But they're just like, oh, okay, just walk off. Don't arrest him. Don't question him. Don't even ask for his real fucking name. No. Just, oh, yeah, I knew you were a cop. Bye.
Yeah. Well done. Well done, you.
Fucking useless. Like, serial killers kill less than this guy.
And then you find out almost immediately after that Arnie fucking got his job back with the FBI off the back of this.
Yes. Apparently that was part of the kind of, if
The
you
deal,
do this, you'll get your job back. Can't promise it, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
But he does get his job back somehow.
After
So
murdering.
not only does he not go to jail, he's promoted.
Promoted for murdering all these people.
Yeah. But they were bad people.
Yeah.
Like, even some of them, like, yeah, okay, they're in the mob. Some of them can be like their first day on the job.
Yeah, exactly. They probably didn't even know what they was getting into.
Yeah. So one of them was the barman at the club. Just the waitress. So we
works there.
just serve drinks.
Gets paid like $5 an hour.
Yeah, I make cocktails. That's it. Plus tips.
Yeah.
Then Arnie just comes in, slithering through the fucking vent, all greased up, and shotguns his face. Christ. Anyway, it's nearly over. But Harry is alive.
Yeah.
But he's pretty pissed off about being
He
crippled.
is grumpy.
Despite being shot in the arm, he can't walk. But so he's there in a wheelchair. He's all pissed off. So what does he say to the nurse? Like, either wheel me back to my room or wheel me in the traffic.
Yeah.
And Arnie shows up and he's like, Harry, my alcoholic wife. She's pregnant. Yeah. I'm sure the baby won't be born with any issues.
We're having a wee bear.
It'll be born a healthy baby despite her fucking alcohol addiction.
Yeah, alcohol dependency.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyway.
And she's nothing but cake.
Yeah. And
her ankles are like this thick.
Yeah. Anyway, she's pregnant. We want you to be the godfather. And godfathers need to walk. He's like, no, they fucking don't.
That's a bit of a slap in the face to every disabled godfather.
He really is.
It's not a necessity.
Yeah, but Arnie basically just like acts like fucking Jesus and makes him walk again.
Yeah, where he forces him to his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we're aware,
They take his chair away.
Yeah, as far as we're aware, he's had no like physiotherapy up to this point, and Arnie's like lifts him out of his chair. And, just fucking walk, man. Yeah. He's like, all right, and he's like, oh, and then he goes, that's it. He goes, did you ever give up in front of Blair? So, oh God,
that's awkward.
Well, uncomfortable.
Yeah, he just stood at the end of the thing, like, come on, come to me now. Yeah. Come on,
get to the chopper.
Yeah, or he just stood there with like a can of Iron Brew waiting for him. Yeah. Come on, Arnie. Or a Guinness. Don't know what fucking country he's from anymore. And yeah, Harry can walk again, thanks to the power of our Lord and Savior, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
The end.
That's it. Freeze frames on like them laughing at each other.
Hugging.
And Arnie's a weird looking man when he laughs. Like,
yeah. He's got an odd smile. Yeah.
It's proper terrifying. But yeah, that's that.
That's that. What did you think?
It's certainly not my favourite Arnie film.
No, it's not his best.
It's actually quite dull in places.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was enjoyable enough. But
I got a little bit bored of it about halfway through.
It does seem to be trying to be a bit too smart for its own good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It desperately wants to be something way better than it is.
Yeah.
And there are various points in this film, like I said, where it's hinted that there might have been a better film. That could
But
have been
even
made.
like when you read the plot, it's just like, no, just keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Like this is, don't think about it too much. You're thinking about this too much, writers and John Irving. This is just an Arnie movie.
Yeah.
And there are parts where you are sort of questioning, like, what's actually going on here?
Yeah.
Because like the rival mob boss, you only see him once, I think, or twice. I can't
Couple
remember.
of times.
Couple of times.
Yeah.
But he's kind of mentioned in passing, but you don't really understand, like, it's not really established what's going on there.
No.
And why Arnie's doing the things at the beginning.
That guy's biggest scene is the car chase, the weird car chase, where he's sat in the middle of two other blokes in the back of the car, just smirking all the time.
Yeah,
That's
it is odd. It's not a hateable film. It's all right. It's just a bit of entertainment. But yeah, it is trying, like, it's not Commando, dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Simple as hell.
Well,
that's it. This is trying to like do stuff that it can't.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think if you'd had a different actor, maybe in the main role,
And a different writer.
and a different writer, probably a different director, this film would have focused more on the whole undercover, infiltrating the
Could have been
mob
like the French Connection or something.
side of things. Yeah. So you would have had, and it would have been a slow burn, and it would have been a lot cleverer. And then when you reach the point where he kills everybody, it would have been a much more sort of, but because it's Arnie, you're sat there the whole film like, well, when's he going to shoot
Just
everyone?
murder
When is he
people.
going to murder
Yeah.
all of these people? Like
Yeah.
that whole thing just feels unnecessary, and it's so poorly written. Like there's no what they think are like smart comebacks and stuff aren't.
No.
Like it's just bad dialogue.
Yeah, the Arnie one-liners are misfire all over the place.
Horrendous.
Really, yeah.
Horrendous.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, yeah. I still, it's Arnie, so I'll still watch it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, some trivia for you. Dino De Laurentiis only made this film to try and make a quick buck in order to put more money into his production of Total Recall.
Oh really?
Yes, which at this point in the 80s, Arnie wanted to be in,
Yeah.
but Dino said no, and at this point, Patrick Swayze was cast.
Oh wow. Weird.
Yes. So yeah, they only made this film to try and make a bit of extra, like, quick cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, when you think about it, like, I guess this film's actually not that bad, considering it's literally only made to just make some money quickly.
Yeah. You're making money off the Schwarzenegger name, basically.
Yeah, basically. However, this film only made $16 million off of its $8 million budget.
I mean, it's not the film, like, if you talk about Arnie films with anyone, Raw Deal never really comes up.
No.
It's not one that anybody goes, oh, have you seen Raw Deal?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally mid-tier, probably below mid-tier
Yeah.
Arnie.
So his gamble didn't pay off. This didn't make any money. And then Dino went bankrupt. And then the rights to Total Recall were sold to another company, and it was made 4 years later, and Arnie
With
actually
Arnie.
got cast.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking fantastic film.
It's a great film.
Yeah, love Total Recall. Originally, this film was going to be called Let's Make a Deal.
Sounds like a game show.
Deal or No Deal.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was a show in America called Let's Make a Deal.
Quite possibly. And the only other interesting bit of trivia I could find, apart from that one stupid fucking thing. Okay, somebody, this isn't word for word because I didn't save it, but somebody on IMDb actually submitted as a piece of trivia something along the lines of, not verbatim, in this movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife Amy is an alcoholic. Arnold Schwarzenegger played an alcoholic in the movie End of Days in 1999.
Mind blown.
Wow! Tell me more! Come on, there's like, why even? That's just so fucking tedious.
Yeah.
So saying, in this movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger has brown hair, as does his co-star, Robert Davi. Who cares? It's wasting time. Fucking IMDb, honestly. Anyway. And the final bit, none of the hitmen from the opening scene appear in the film again.
Oh, right, yeah, not even the one...
Nope.
Yeah.
Not even Harry Dean Stanton.
He looks like he's set up as being like a main character.
Yeah, nope.
Nothing.
No one from that
I
opening
didn't even
scene.
think about that until you just said it.
They're never seen again.
Wow. Well, I mean, neither's Arnie's wife. Like, once he puts her to bed, I mean, he could have killed her.
Yeah.
Like, he could have smothered her. And
She's
we'll
like
never know.
my favourite character.
Yeah, she's
It's
got
the drunk
best,
one.
the best scene. Yeah.
She got the best sense of humour. Just, I've made a cake. You just say shit on it. Shit on it.
She's literally never mentioned. Well, she's mentioned, but you never see her again.
No. That's that. Oh, comments. Did you get any?
I got one from.
I got one. We got one because no one's seen this fucking film.
No, I didn't think so. Like Dan Jenkins said, it's not in the top 10 Arnie films. It's also not in the bottom 10. Make of that what you will.
There's 10 bad Arnie films.
But not in the top 10 or the bottom 10. But there you go.
There you go. I said mid.
It's
mid
just
to
what it
loaded.
is.
It is what it is.
is.
One Jimmy Osage said raw deal is testosterone and drunken cake making.
Absolutely.
Nail, head, on tin, does what it says.
Yeah.
Words.
I do want to give a quick shout out. We did mention him earlier to the guy, Little Slice of Hell Network, because he has done a couple of things in regards to the podcast and stuff. He does these funky little
the
pictures and
video
stuff, videos
vignettes.
and,
I don't know what you
vignettes,
call
yeah.
them.
But they're
On
really cool.
Instagram.
Like it's on Instagram, so do check it out. It's a Little Slice of Hell Network. He does this fun stuff with trailers and all of that. So do have a look at that.
Oh, yes. Cool. That's it for another episode of this brilliant podcast. Quite frankly, outstanding work.
I do. I found today's episode hilarious. I've got to say.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to cut out most
vomited.
of the. It's it's like a roller coaster. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll vomit. Thank you for listening. If you're still listening, if not,
Fuck you. You would never know.
you'll never know. Your mother's a whore. Anyway, goodbye.
Cheers. Bye.